Matrixlord212 and welcome to the Real Whovians cast. So, I have tons of people that are reaching out to my YouTube channel, and I find some of the things said about Doctor Who pretty interesting. And I want to give an open invitation to Cheap Finish 6224 because I don't know if maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I know you personally, maybe I don't. Maybe we've interacted, maybe not. I am subscribed to you on your YouTube channel. But you seem to be misinformed where you're telling me I'm misinformed with this whole Noel business. And the way you're talking about Noel, you're putting him on a pedestal, which is odd. I've been doing these YouTube videos and streams and podcasts since forever, over a decade. Okay, been around since way before Noel was even a thought. Okay, I have my sources. I have my source in the BBC, and I have other sources, and I'm gonna do what I always do: is talk about Doctor Who and do live streams and podcasts. And I found what you said, Cheap Finish, when you come at me and you're like, for the last time. I feel like you are acting like a teacher scolding me in school. I didn't know I gave you that power to be able to scold me and tell me for the last time. And I guess you have some huge connection with Noel because you don't talk negative about him. I mean, I'm glad you're crediting me saying you don't think I'm dishonest, but you're talking like you know if I'm in denial or not. So, Cheap Finish, like, aren't you in denial that you think that Disney pulled the plug? It's never been said anywhere. Aren't you in denial that the show's going to be canceled? I don't see any posts on Disney Plus. Do you? That they're pulling the plug? Like, I really want you on here, but I don't know if your master will allow it. I mean, anybody should just come on and talk about Doctor Who if they want to. You don't need permission. So I would like you to come in here, not fighting you, but I want to have a nice. See, that's the problem. It's like a lot of people, they get hot-headed, and I make some tweets, and people get really offended that I don't agree with them. When how many centuries does people not agree with people? Only now people are taking offense. Your statement for the last time. Sheep, are you scolding me? I've been doing thousands of podcasts on Doctor Who. And yes, I've been doing my gaming mostly, and I haven't been, but the stuff that I'm seeing out there, all these people posting and stuff that I wasn't aware of, like me not talking. I always talk about Doctor Who. Always. May not be every day. So I don't know what's wrong with some people making false statements, but I don't know why you think that I need to answer to Noel when I've been around since 2011. I actually had a channel in 2007 and was on forums about sci-fi and Doctor Who, but 2011 I made my first video. So I have tons of experience in this area, and I have tons of experience with my sources, and I think you're not informed correctly. And you're I mean, are you part of the team, like the Tartar Zone team? Because you're going like um you're so concerned with me coming out here and admitting I'm wrong, and you're not open to the fact that I'm right. You go, when no filming happens next month, I hope you're well prepared to admit you were finally wrong. Well, Noel never admitted he was wrong ever, ever. And he's always wrong. He's turned people away. He shit on his own people. He dumped his own people, and people dumped him. So, I mean, I don't know what you're looking for, because it sounds to me like you're connected to a team or Noel Tartar Zone, because I don't think you can speak freely. Are you allowed to speak? Do you have an opinion? Are you an individual, like, or are you sheep? I mean, I would like for you to come on here and explain yourself. I'm not going to battle you. I mean, I'm not, I have manners and stuff. I'm a good host, actually. Um, so like, you want to tell me how it's right that he comes on. First of all, he went away from Doctor Who and was doing his Ireland thing, and then he's looking at my posts about attacking people who are making false statements that Doctor Who was canceled for the past year or so. So he decides that I'm a bully when I'm going after the bully, but you don't say anything negative about Noel. Why is that? I mean, are you blind? He did a live stream. He says he wants to come here and drown me and kill me. Obviously, someone has no morals when they make a statement like that. Same thing like his buddy giving out my address. No care in the world to try to stop me from talking about Doctor Who. You do realize that, like, your statements piss me off a little bit. You do realize that, right, Cheap Finish? I mean, you're allowed to comment on my channel, but don't come on my channel with authority. I'm the authority. That's my channel. I have a group, and my group is stronger than ever, the Real Whovians. So, I mean, I may not have done podcasts because I'm a little bit distracted with my gaming, but I have my group still, and we're a pretty huge group. So, I mean, will your master Noel let you speak? I mean, are you allowed to speak? I mean, it's one thing for you to come out here. Are you coming out here putting comments on my channel on behalf of Noel or yourself, or what? I mean, where do you guys get off? Honestly. I mean, you're offended by what I say. I'm right most of the time. And I'm not trying to have an ego, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, but you're coming out here like I need to change things, or I need to do things differently, or no, I don't. Um, but maybe Noel needs to admit when he's wrong, and maybe he didn't like it when I was right about the filming that time with Jodie with COVID, and he didn't want to accept it was right, and he'll never admit he's wrong, even if he's wrong. But like I said, the floor is open. So, I mean, I would like for you to come on here and speak your mind, but I really 100% doubt you will. And if that's the case that you won't, then that's telling, because that means that you're not allowed to. I could always go where I want to go and film and whatever, so, but you can't, I guess. Or at least comment, but no. So I'm gonna Let's see here. Anybody reaching out? What's happening? Just trying to see somebody. Oh, a new game coming out? German Fest. S Mobile? Comes out on December 17th. What is that? That looks like, is that like Tapper? I'm sorry, I know this is the Whovians. That looks like Tapper. That looks pretty good, actually. I love my indie buddies at S Mobile. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like distract away from Doctor Who, but that looks cool. I mean, alright, real quick. I'm sorry. I know it's Doctor Who thing. I just want to. That looks pretty damn cool. I want to just. That looks cool, man. I did it real quick. It's pretty damn cool. Wonder what kind of game that is. All right, so that was cool. Thank you, S Mobile. Definitely gonna check that out. Does anybody want to come on the cast? I mean, it's not exclusive. Let me see. Maybe Scott's around. Let me see. I never do podcasts this early usually, but I will now. Let's see who's around. Maybe Scott's around. Why is it when I choose something, it chooses a different name? That's so silly. Where is Philip? Philip, you around? You watching? Let's see what real Whovians are around. I don't know if anybody's around this time. Let's see if Jay's around. Maybe Jay's around. Let's see. Sending the invites out. Billy, are you around, Billy? Let me see. Let's see. Maybe I need to send messages out on Twitter. Just trying to see who is available. I'm sorry for the spontaneous thing. So, like, again, I can't stress it enough. There's no evidence that Disney has pulled the plug on anything. So I don't know what people getting that from an interview. I mean, it's like, Has anybody seen the stream? Do. Anybody out there? Do. Let's see. Somebody's around. Oh, bad wolf. Let's see. Somebody's got to be. It is early. I mean, I never do podcasts this early. So the thing is, Russell had said a lot of different things that's very contradictory, but yet people want to come down hard on me being contradictory. Russell basically said what was happening, and then now with the new interview, that may not be happening. Ah, Jay. Jay! How are you? How you
I'm
doing?
here.
Right?
Having to lay down. My blood sugar spiked, so I had to take some more medicine.
All right, relax. You sure you want to be on here? You okay?
It's okay.
All right. Have you seen the Doctor Who trailer for the Christmas special?
No.
No, no. Are you excited about it or no?
I didn't even know it was still on. I thought they had canceled it.
Ha! How you been, my friend? You doing all right?
Yeah. No, not really. I had to go to. I don't know why they never put me to a diabetic specialist before. I thought my doctor was. He said, no, you got to go to a diabetic specialist. I said, well, for the past however years I've been on here, I've never been to a diabetic specialist. What the hell?
Wow.
And so I went to her, and she said, you need on insulin. And I said, kill me now.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude! I'm so sorry. I'm doing the real Whovians, and I just decided to send the invites out to all the members and stuff, and see where they're at and what's going on. I've been sick too on and off, and I know you've been sick too.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, but I hope you feel better, and I really want you to, get better, man. It's craziness out there.
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying.
I know. Keep going, bro.
I'm keeping fighting, trying to not go on dialysis or anything.
Just be strong. You'll be okay. Say a prayer. I'll say a prayer.
I hear about your medical thing. I've been praying that you could get a job with medical benefits. It's a shame that they laid you off.
Yeah, you know what it is. It's. I think the biggest problem is the shock that it happened, and the fact that I was like, what it like. It's one thing that a company's not doing well, but the way they go about getting rid of people to just create some bullshit, and of course, my name is everything. So when someone creates some bullshit about me, I get pissed off. So I fought it for months, but to me, it was a waste. I'm like, what am I fighting for? I mean, I know I didn't do anything wrong. I proved I didn't do anything wrong. I investigated it myself. I got witnesses. I got whatever, and you just didn't want me to work for your company anymore. So I'm like, well, why the hell do I want to go back? Why am I fighting to go back to a company that don't want me?
Right.
So and I think that's the biggest. I was happy and comfortable, and I think that's the problem is that when you get happy and you're comfortable, you don't want to leave, and I kind of want to retire there, but that was a mistake because again, you go where people know your worth, and know what a value you are to a company. You don't go where people don't appreciate you. And they did some serious damage to me. I mean, my problem was always working, working, working. You know that, and working every
Hmm.
weekend, working every holiday. Oh, sure, I'll cover your shift. I'll cover your shift. But I put off my own dental surgeries that was approved. And people are like, you need to get it done because what if something happens and you lose your job? You're not gonna have your medical, you're not
Right.
gonna have your dental. And I didn't listen. You too told me the same thing, and I'm like, it'll be all right, it'll be all right. And then when it happened, I lost all my medical and dental, and nobody wanted to do shit for me. And it was like, and then the teeth got worse, where of all times. And I took me a while to get new coverage, and I'm still trying to get a dentist
I
that's
know you
covered.
don't want to hear this, but since you're uh, unemployed, you may be able to get
No, I
Medicaid,
can't.
so you can
Well, I got
you
that
can
already. I
get
got I got that
dental.
coverage already. I got Medicaid already. I got
Okay,
Medicaid. Yeah,
you should be
but
able to get dental then.
I they that's the thing. They say I do, and then every time I call up people who were supposed to be in their network, they're not. So it's just I'm trying to see like how powerful this coverage really is compared to the bullshit that an illusion,
Yeah.
you know. But while I'm going up through this, of course, the gaming continues, Doctor Who continues, and I'm trying to, juggle and do that, and also make money at the same time because my company had stopped me from getting unemployment. I never made one dime off unemployment with them. So it was YouTube that was keeping me alive. And then I got people hating on me to try to eliminate that income, which is
Right.
hysterical. But right now I was talking about Doctor Who because I got social media is just a dangerous thing lately. I mean,
Right.
people don't believe that you could have a different opinion. Over the years, I've had people that just tried to destroy me for a TV show. Just like even
Right.
now,
That's stupid.
I had some scum that they released my address to try to get me to stop talking about Doctor Who, which is so silly. But ultimately, it causes a problem, not for me, but well, for me because it's connected to me. But I'm not the only one who lives here. Like me and Sharon live here, so I don't. I want her safe. I don't want her to feel she's not safe. And it's just stupid. People are just stupid manipulators, and I came on here because I was talking about how people are telling me what I need to do and what I not need to do. Like, oh,
Right.
you need to stop talking about Doctor Who. You need to no, because I always talk about Doctor Who. I mean, if you're doing that, you're in line with the bully. You're in line with the person that wants me to stop. No, So, um,
Do
these
you
people,
know
yeah,
I used to have a friend. He um he never subscribed to channels. He never liked on channels. He just liked to watch
correct.
certain contents.
Yeah.
And he really loved your content.
Okay.
And he told me one day last week, I said, I need to go back and see if Matrixlord212 has got a new video so I can watch it. And he said, you know him? And I said, yeah, I bought some of his books. And they said, you actually know that fucker? And I said, yeah. When he gets really excited, he cusses.
I mean, if he was subscribed to me, he would know every single time I do a video.
Well, the thing is, he passed away this weekend.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was a good fan of yours.
Really? Oh, rest
He
in
loved
peace.
Doctor Who.
Uh,
He really
that's a
loved
bummer.
Doctor Who and Star Trek and everything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he
Hopefully he's
he,
watching in YouTube heaven.
he grieved. He grieved his life away. He lost his pet named Honey, and he just
no.
grieved to death.
I'm sorry. I mean, it's
I am too. He was a neat, dandy dude.
you never know who watches you. You know, it's like that's nice. At least
Mhm.
I put a smile on his face from time to time. That was nice. I tried.
He was always skittish about what if somebody finds out I'm subscribed and they try to take over my channel and then I'm out of YouTube.
Oh,
I said, they're not going to do that.
nah. People could be subscribed to whoever they want. Really. That's the weirdest thing too. It's like my audience they get confused because they're like, wait a minute. Some of them lately they just think I'm a gamer. That's it. They don't know how heavy I am with Doctor
Yeah.
Who, or then there's some people thought I was just a reviewer of foods and stuff. They didn't know I'm a gamer, and then people
I
didn't know I wrote
love
books.
let me tell you, I just love your food reviews. The donut lesson, the
Yeah,
pizza lesson, the drink lesson.
people like that. It's like
I
and
do.
I like doing it. I don't care like people judge. I do what I want to do on my channel and channels. So like if it brings a smile to your face, that's fantastic. Then it serves its purpose.
But
You know,
it seems like every month, I don't know why YouTube is doing this, but they will take you off my subscription and
they do
about
that
three
lately.
others, and I have to find y'all again.
And I don't know why that does occur. Uh, I think it's purposeful. I think sometimes I'm shadow banned where people like YouTube just makes it where people can't find me for some reason. Yet they make money from me and I get paid from them, so I don't. Go figure. But it
And the
happened.
weird thing is, Joe, is that they don't do that to the channels that I have been subscribed to for a long time, but haven't seen any of their. They haven't done any videos, so I don't watch their channels that much,
Right.
and they don't do that to me on them.
You know what? If I knew 100% certainty why that occurs, I'd probably be able to fix things better with my channel. But
Yeah,
like you don't know what like certain things fly, like certain videos people go crazy over, and
right.
certain videos people don't. And I hear a lot of things like from people like they like my videos, they like this about the channel. Some people just like the gaming. Some people like the food reviews. Some people like stuff when I talk about my books or motivational when I'm outside. It's a wide variety of stuff, and every now and then people just like, wait, you do podcasts? You do live streams? You do
Yeah,
video?
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I came on here because I was trying to. The person that kept commenting on my channel, I'm like, look, man, maybe it's just easier come on here and talk to me rather than I hate that sometimes. Like it's like you don't want. I want to write a book when I'm writing a book, not like commenting on my YouTube. So like, if I'm
Right.
gonna talk to you 20, 50 pages, like, why don't you just come on here? I'm not gonna fight people. Let's just talk about Doctor Who. If you're so concerned about, I need to like stop talking about Doctor Who. I want to know why you want me to stop talking about Doctor Who. I want to know why you think I need to go in this direction. Like and it needs to be a deep live stream conversation.
Right.
Yeah. But
There was a lady on YouTube that read her book. And I'm going like, why are you reading the book? You're losing money. Why don't you uh, it's published, but why isn't she putting it in stores and stuff?
right. Well,
Maybe it didn't
it
do
costs
good
money.
at stores.
It costs money to
Yeah,
mark. I mean, I went for so much money when I first did the books.
right.
But then again, I had a great job. I was district manager and stuff, so I was throwing money like water to the books. I spent over 30 I would think around the first 2 years. I spent like over $30,000 with the
Mm,
books, which is crazy.
yeah,
But it adds up. I mean, and the thing is, you try to get the books covered into big bookstores, and then after a while, it did happen. I mean, just recently, a gamer, Pelzio, and I wish I could have met him, but I was just not. well to travel. I was not feeling good. I could not meet him in the city because my stomach was just a mess because of all the problems with my teeth and the infection. So he actually went to Barnes and Noble in the city and he bought my book, Perfect
Mm.
Wish, and he showed me that 4 of them were on the shelf, and I'm like, wow, because I was under
Oh,
the yeah.
you got books at Books A Million in Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow. Wow. I didn't even
I
know
saw
that
two
either.
of them.
Wow.
The thing is, one of them is in fantasy, the other one is in romance.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
still, that's good. I mean, they're both kind of. So I mean, that's the whole thing. Is the whole thing is about sci-fi and romance and motivational stuff too mixed in. So that's cool. I mean, it's funny. I mean, I talk about how much money it literally costs a lot of money to do a book. And the last time I released Twists of Hate, it cost me like $3,000, and we went into lockdown the next day. So I lost
I really
all
like
that
that
money.
book.
Huh?
I really like Twist of the one you just said,
Twist of Hate's the last one. You have that?
Twist of Hate. It was at our library.
Nice. Very good.
Hmm.
All right. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that the books are around. And that's the weirdest
Yeah.
thing is you would think that I would know where it is. I don't. It's like a mystery to me.
Mhm.
It's just I'll go into a bookstore and boom, there it is. I'm like, oh, this is great.
Well,
So
they had to get this book from, I think they said Ruston,
hmm,
because they didn't have it in the library, and a lot of people were requesting this book, and Twist of Hate, and they finally got it from Ruston as a loan. So, and Ruston said, "You can keep it."
I mean, you know what? Give me information. Because that's I always like to know who wants to carry my books. I'll just if I get the money to ship it, I'll just ship some stuff to them, and then they would have it. So
Oh, it wasn't just one book. They sent a whole thing, which was
oh
4 books.
wow, very nice.
So they say it keeps getting checked out.
Wow, good news.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then, like even though I lost a lot of money in the last one, I don't blame the book. I blame the pandemic. But I just lately
I'm
have been
sorry.
itching. What's that?
I said, I'm sorry.
No, I said I don't blame the book. I blame the reason why I lost all that money was because of the pandemic. Because when we were
Yeah.
in lockdown, nobody could go get the book because the stores were closed. But I like now it's been since a while since Twists of Hate came out, and I literally have all these manuscripts to go, and I've been itching to just do a book with my publisher, but of course can't do it now that I'm not working because it costs me money. So, but I'm gonna try to see what I could do next year. Um,
Our libraries, they were considered essential because people were stuck in their homes and
hmm,
they had to have something to read. So
yeah,
you had to wear a mask and gloves to check out a book.
yeah. I miss the days that I did book signings and I got all dressed up in a suit and a blazer
Mm,
and just going there and meeting people. I had so much fun when I did that.
right.
It's just I kind of just have this craving. I want to do that again.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows? One day I get a job, new job, everything will change, and then boom. You know,
Yeah, somebody will hire you.
I
There's
would.
always jobs. Yeah, I told person just today, I said, that dude, there's a dude that sits on this step that used to be a house on the property. He's
Mm,
homeless because he wants to be homeless.
mm,
But if he really wanted it, he could get a job because there are jobs everywhere.
yeah.
I feel sad that there are people that actually want to be homeless. That's crazy.
Wow. I never understood that either. But we had a situation, right? One of our members was, remember? Not anymore, but it was just interesting.
Yeah.
You know, certain people want that type of life. It's a choice, and I can't believe it's a choice. I would never, you know. But yeah, despite my gaming and stuff, I love doing books, man. It brings me such joy
What's
to
your
create
past?
the creative process. Yeah, just I love like going into the city and designing the cover. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
books are done, but I just love doing the cover most of all because I'm under the impression that you do judge a book by its cover, and I try to create the best cover I could possibly um do. You know, so I really work hard with the team to do a great cover every time. Hello, Dylan.
Right.
Hello, Rob. I'm reading the chat, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I this thing with Doctor Who is just interesting. How people think that the show's going to get canceled. People think that Disney
Why?
Plus
Do
is going
they
to put.
hate the new doctor or something?
They don't like what's going on in the show. They feel that certain things are forced upon them. I don't know. I can't speak for other people. I enjoy it. I like it. There's some things I don't like, but you're never gonna like everything 100%. And I think it's worthy of to continue. But this, I never understood how fans of a show would want their show to get canceled. This is something
Yeah.
new to me. I mean, but then again, there's ulterior motives behind it because these people are making money on YouTube bashing Doctor Who. I mean, maybe that pays for them.
I actually thought that this director, the showrunner,
Russell
he
T
was
Davis.
going to come back and he was going to be as good as he was the last time he did Doctor Who. But when he announced that it was going to be a not a black doctor, I was okay with that. But a gay doctor, dear God, we already had the woman thing, which it shouldn't have been a woman.
Yeah,
And now you're forcing a gay. It's another woke agenda stuff. I didn't watch it. I wasn't going to watch it. I'm not going to watch something that they're pushing an agenda.
well,
Yeah,
to
you
be
shouldn't have
fair,
agendas on TV.
correct. But to be fair, they always have agendas, though. Look at the commercials. They try to brainwash us to eat these foods while we're watching the show with the commercial breaks.
I hate
There's always
commercials.
agendas. There's always agendas, like in every single thing that they do. I mean, um, I could tell you from watching it that when you're watching it, you look at him. He's the doctor. He's saving the day. You don't get busy with, and he doesn't get busy with what he is or what he isn't. I think there was only one episode with the current doctor where
Right.
that was a thing about him
Right.
being gay. But
Yeah.
other than that, if you just didn't watch that episode and you watch the other stuff, I think you'd be perfectly fine because he's too busy
Hmm.
trying to save the world, and that's a human concept. The that thing about being, that's
Has he fought the Daleks yet?
no. Yeah, Russell has kept that from season one. And now season two's supposed to be next year coming out. But supposedly they don't show up until season three, which supposedly he
I
wrote.
thought they had to have a Daleks episode or they lost the rights to it.
Well, before that was the case, but now this is a whole new ball game now with new contracts. So I don't know.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that because in the past that was the case. This is why they showed up for a couple of seconds in episodes that made no sense. But
Mm-hmm.
um, well, technically, they did show up in the Children in Need special with David Tennant,
Oh,
and that didn't go over well with people because they were trying to make it like he accidentally altered the path of the Daleks' development by
Right.
crashing the TARDIS into the. I don't know if you saw that.
I haven't been able to see, to tell you the truth, any Doctor Who since the woman was on after the first season.
Yeah. Mm. I
I
mean,
don't have
technically, they
Disney
appeared.
Plus,
They
and I
appeared in
don't
2000.
have AME or AMC. I don't have any
Yeah.
of those that have the show.
If that contract was still in place, they would have to appear in 2024 before it's over, because they did appear in 2023.
Mm.
But I don't know. I don't think the contracts. I think that things are different now, but they are supposed to appear, from what I was told, insider info in season 3, one of the scripts,
Okay.
because I heard that the doctor Shooty Gat was like, listen, if I don't get to fight the Daleks before I leave, that would be a disgrace. Like, he just
Right.
wanted to, you know, like, fight the Daleks before he leaves as the Doctor, and makes sense. I mean,
Right.
the guy didn't really ask for anything. The only thing he ever really asked for is he wants to fight the Daleks. So why not honor that request? Honestly, so
Right.
supposedly the Cybermen and the Daleks are supposed to appear in season 3, because supposedly there's 2 scripts, but we don't know what's going on in season 3, because supposedly they were supposed to start filming in January. Shooty Gatwa, who's the Doctor, was told to be back for February. He went on the talk show that he was going to announce he's coming back to film, and then they edited out what he said. So he knew he's supposed to come back to film. They have everything set up to film. They rented everything. They paid for everything. But now, for some reason, there's this thing that they have to wait for.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore.
No, he does. He took his whole schedule and he's like around Doctor Who, because technically to us, season 3 would be it for him, because it's always like 3 seasons and you're out. So season 3 would be the, if he didn't stay, would be the final season for him.
Right.
So already be done already, So, but
I am getting to able to watch old Doctor Who from Tom Baker and all them, because it's on Tubi now.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen that one episode with him?
My favorite will always be the Third Doctor.
Did you see any episodes with the new Doctor? Did you see any episodes? Have you seen all the episodes with Jodie Whittaker, the woman?
Just the first season.
Okay. So you didn't see her regenerate? Okay.
Oh, I saw the when she generated into whatchamacallit, David Tennant.
Yeah. Okay. So
that was all over YouTube.
Yeah, that was amazing. I love David Tennant as a Doctor.
I did too.
He's great.
I think he's one of my favorite, if not the favorite, new Doctor Who's.
Yeah, and the fact that they brought him back was like a big hook.
Yes.
As a new era, him coming back. People excited. Now people are mixed, but then again, I question if they're really mixed or if they're just loving the YouTube money of being negative about Doctor Who, because that in some cases, I guess it paid for people's weddings, which is, I think they're full of shit just to get money.
There's a lot of money for people watching negative videos.
I know. I can't get that busy with that. Like,
there's a lot of hate in this world.
I mean, of course people need money, but I have my standards. You know that. I'm not going to start changing my character and changing things and changing where I'm going to start shitting on my favorite show to make my livelihood better, money wise, I would not be able to sleep at night. Like I would have regrets, and I don't do that. I never have
Right.
regrets. I can sleep sound, and I'll find another way.
If you're sleeping soundly, then you're doing everything you're supposed to do, and you're doing right.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm actually into podcasting now. A friend of mine has a YouTube channel, and every time he goes on, he requests me to come up.
Good, good. Hopefully, I could find a balance to where I could do these podcasts more regularly. I know a lot of our fans miss the podcasts and the streams, and they really want
Right.
us back more often. And we're gonna see. And no promises because I have so many different things going on, but I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
balance and juggle and do both. And people used to watch us going to work or and listen to it on their phones on the
Hmm.
way to work, and people enjoyed that. People enjoyed hearing from
Oh,
Scott and from Chris.
I loved that when you did the walks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the morning with Matrixlord or the moving with
Yeah.
Matrixlord. Yeah, yeah, that will come back when money comes back.
Yeah. Yeah. Want it?
Back in the day, I would always be like, oh, I would like to window shop, and now that I'm older, I'm like, well, if I don't have money, I'm not gonna
Right.
tear my heart out looking for stuff that I want that I can't have. So everything will change. It's just sometimes we go through a certain thing.
You don't know. Maybe you can put your resume out there, and you may be able to get a job working at home. There's still a lot of that going on.
Yeah, yeah. I need to be more open minded towards that than just looking for a specific thing. Because if you're
Yeah.
looking for a specific thing,
Anything
you'll
that
never.
pays the bill.
That's it. That's it. So I'm glad you came in. I'm hope you're feeling better.
Because my friend, my daddy, when he was a bricklayer, and when he didn't have a job lined up for doing a bricklaying job, he went out there and he dug a ditch for money, or raked leaves for money, or mowed for money.
Right.
And he had to pay them bills.
Right. Well, I'm lucky that I'm doing YouTube for money. I'm making money from YouTube. I'm lucky that's not doing what I love, but hopefully I can do more of it and pays a lot more. But well, Jay, I am really glad you came on. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you. And you always enlighten me about like I never really know that my books are out there in certain places, and you're always like
Oh,
giving
it
me
is.
motivation.
Believe me, it is.
So I appreciate that.
I was in Mississippi, and we stopped off at a bookstore to see if they had a Star Trek comic book, and I said, "Let me go look and see it, look at something." And three of your books was in a bookstore. I can't remember what the name of it was, but yeah, it's everywhere.
That's good. That's a good thing. Gives me motivation to do more, which I will have
Have
to
you
find a
heard
way to
from
do.
the old gang? What's her name? Oh God.
Susie and
Yeah,
Vaughn. Yeah, I heard from
Vaughn. Vaughn.
Vaughn. I haven't talked to lately, but Susie was like trying to get me to do podcasts, and I wasn't at the time feeling well enough to do them. But
Right.
I gotta see. I'll try to see if I could do something.
Well, how's your health? Are you still sick?
Ah, it's I don't really, I don't talk about it too much, but it's not where I need it to be. If that makes any sense. I think everything will run smoothly when I take care of. I get a dentist that could basically fix all the problems that's covered under the coverage
Right.
and either get me root canals or pull them all out and give me implants. And I think then when that infection is done and out and cleared from my
I
system.
thought you had the flu or something, the last couple of
Well, I
videos.
did, I did, I did. That was the combination. It's I
Oh, okay.
was sick with that too while I was sick with
Okay.
the infection also. So,
Well,
and
you're
you'll,
doing better.
yeah, I'm trying. Not 100%, but I'm
Well,
trying. I'm trying every
I'll
which
still
way.
pray for you.
Thank you. Thank you. And like I said, I'm trying, and hopefully I can find a new dentist that will just.
Right, right.
That's the biggest thing is I wasn't realizing that they'll do certain things, but they won't do everything. They'll do
Right.
like there was a dentist that was supposedly covered on my plan, but then he doesn't pull teeth. How do you not pull teeth? I was like, wait, what? How do you not pull teeth?
Mhm.
And I need some teeth pulled, but yeah, I don't know. It just we will.
I got a few more to do, and then I'll be able to get dentures. Because it's
Yeah,
hard to eat with just one tooth.
I was always against dentures, but at this point in time, with the pain that I'm having with the teeth, it's like I honestly, once these are all done, then the infection's going to be gone. Even if I have to rip them out, whatever. Uh, and it just my body can't like on and off with this stupid medicine can't handle that. So I just want to stop with the amoxicillin on and off here because it just messes my stomach up. I can't do nothing. Literally, I
Oh,
can't. I have to watch.
you're
It's not that
allergic to penicillin?
it's not. It's not that I'm allergic. It's that my stomach just is not
It could be
reacting
one
well.
of the side effects of it. So yeah.
It's a side effect, not that it's allergic, but it's just I have to be close by home because if I have to go to the bathroom, that's it. I can't, I
I
can't be.
can take any pill. I don't care what it is. I always get at least one side effect of every medicine I take.
Mm, wow.
I'm
Yeah,
weird.
no, that's okay. I mean, that's the saga I'm going through is right now my health. Well, I'm trying to improve it as much as I can. And again, it's so weird. It's like it's, and I'm not that I've been under a rock, but like when I
Right.
was working and I had my own coverage,
Hmm.
you don't see shit around you unless you're looking for it. Like
Right.
my hospital changed 100 million%. I was not even aware of it. That when I went there to for about my teeth because they said something like I was covered, it was like a third world country. Like I went in there and it was like I was in an airport and they
That's
had
going to
weapons.
change. I guarantee you in January that's going to change.
Well, no. The thing was is that I went in there and it was like they had weapons. They had it was like a SWAT team in the hospital,
Hmm.
and you weren't allowed to just go in anymore. You were all like it was computer screen
Hmm.
scanning you, and then I had to go through a metal detector. I'm like, wait a minute, I was never had that in my life in my hospital, and you couldn't just they had everything barred off, and then you went in a corner,
Hmm.
and they literally had Kevlar and it was like they were ready to battle a war. They had like these big guns, and
Right.
I didn't understand what was going on. And then everybody had to go to the information booth. You can't just go in, right? So who are you?
No.
Let me see your license scan.
That's the way it is here in Bastrop, Joe. You have to go to, as soon as you walk in, you cannot walk completely
No.
into the lobby of the
So what happened
hospital.
was I was like freaked out.
You have to
Yeah,
sign
and then
in and wait.
yeah. So what they did was what are you going? What are you doing? And I told them, and then
Right.
they gave me a pass with my face on it. Like they
Mm-hmm.
scanned me. They had a barcode. They
Mm-hmm.
had my name. They had everything, and they let me through the thing. And then I'm walking, and I'm like, because I knew this hospital inside and out, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this the same hospital? And then they turned they used to have a gift shop, right? That was
Yep.
enclosed, right? Now it's not enclosed anymore. There's no walls. It's open, and they made it like a mall gift shop with they're all dressed up, and
Oh,
it was like a merchandiser and a thing, and they were all preppy and happy, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Right? It was like a mall store, and then on the side was a chapel, and I'm like, wait a minute. We never had a chapel. Like I was like, what the hell is this? It's like a church in the hospital. And I just I didn't I was like I was just in shock. Like it was just like I walked into Earth 2 and I
Did
was
they
in
turn it into a Catholic hospital?
no, but the thing was is that when I went online for the dentist, everybody's waiting in the hallway, and I was like, wait a minute,
Mm.
you would never, nobody was ever waiting in any hallway for anything, right?
Oh, you do now.
Wow. So then these people didn't speak English. They weren't citizens, but they had that coverage, I guess, that they were
Right.
covered for full teeth. So
Mm-hmm.
the line was around the door. I went in there just to inquire, like, because that was full. And I'm like, oh, I'm never going to be seen. And they're like, oh, we can't take you. And I'm like, what do you mean? No, we don't take your coverage. My coverage.
They take their coverage, but not your
Yeah,
coverage.
right. So I was just like, I just was staring into space for a second because I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like,
No,
did something happen? And
it's the
like,
new
what?
regime under you know who.
Wow. So and my mistake was because I'm thinking I'm like 18. I walked 75 minutes to the hospital, just walked because
Right.
in the past I would always walk, but I haven't done that in a long time, and then I'm like almost dying when I'm walking back. So I'm
Right.
like, and I was talking to Sharon about it. I was just like amazed how, like, all these years, I don't know the changes going on because I'm busy working,
Right.
and
Right.
I didn't notice, and especially when I was walking, there was these um independent grocery things, right? And they had a
Right.
bin outside, right? This big bin outside with watermelons, and
Right.
then and then they're like, oh, for this price, super cheap. And then this person had bread he left outside. It was a day or two old, and they're like 50 cents. And I'm like, why didn't I see this before? Like I'd never seen any of this stuff, and I'm like, what is
Mm-hmm.
going on? Like what is going on? Like, and it's like all the restaurants that I saw were gone, and they were, I guess I didn't come to this area, and they were all different types of restaurants, and I'm like, that I've never even heard of, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I was just amazed. I mean, I was amazed that I was blinded to the changes, and maybe I wasn't really looking for changes or looking to see how the world changed in certain areas on Staten Island. But they changed, and you can't just go into the hospital and
Right.
just see anybody anymore.
Mm-mm.
You probably can't even leave the hospital without
It's
just.
it's hard to visit anybody in the hospital.
Hmm. So.
Now, talking about your store, I love pepperoni on my sandwiches,
Hmm.
and I get pepperoni maybe once or twice a year. Well, today I wanted some pepperoni.
Hmm.
Crack that. I went to the deli and I was going to get some pepperoni. $10 a
Oh, they
pound.
raised. Let me tell you something. They raised the price so many times this past year. I used to know when I used to go to work, I used to get pizza every day, right? And the funny thing was
Mhm.
that when I had pizza every day, I was never sick. I was healthy all the
Yeah,
time. And people are like, you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. Now that I don't have pizza every day, I'm sick all the
you're
time.
getting sick.
Right, exactly. So yeah, it's hysterical, but they would the price of pizza would go up like constantly, and I'm like, wow, in a year it went up 3 times, but the flour went
Mhm.
up, this went up, this went up, and I'm like, oh my
Mhm.
god, it was amazing, and it was, but I didn't care. I was like, all right, I'll work more because I'm gonna get my pizza. It's like, but
Oh,
it's
it'll
just,
change soon.
oh,
It'll
it's gonna
change.
change. I know. I'm glad it's gonna be changing back, and I'm glad that I was a part of making that happen, voting the right
Me
way.
too.
Um, which I've always voted for him anyway, but You know,
I
not really
wanted to tell my aid workers she wanted to vote for someone else, and I said, I sure wish I could prevent you from voting.
Ah, ah. We don't
But
condone that. No
can't do it. Can't do it.
voter interference. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I always made money with him anyway. I always did so well the last time he was president. So,
Right.
but I look forward to, and that was the weirdest thing. You didn't even see. I had a battle with Sylvester McCoy on Twitter, his Twitter thing, because he was like saying how he's the doctor and he thinks the Americans should vote for her. And
Yeah.
and I and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I was like, and then people wanted me to do a podcast about it. And I'm like, you don't live in the country. So what do you care what happens in America? You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And who would ever thought I would be like talking
You
against
never
Sylvester
know. She
McCoy?
probably paid him to say it like she paid Beyonce $10 million just to introduce her.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But just everything's going crazy with Doctor Who. Things are going crazy in general. I mean, but I'll probably try to do some podcasts here and there when I can. No promises, but it's been fun, and
You
I
know,
love talking to you.
she raised over $1 billion for a campaign, and now she can't afford to pay her campaign staff.
I know that. I heard that.
That is crazy. She pocketed most of that. You know she did.
It's just
There's no way that she spent $1 billion on that 3-month campaign.
I just want things to go back to normal. Well,
actually, it wasn't 3 months.
January.
It was like,
I can't wait for January. Can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna be a big change. Honestly, I bet you all these months I've been out of work. I bet you I get a job immediately in January. I bet you. Everything changes. All this discrimination.
He's already said that he's going to drop a lot of
you know what the sad part is? The biggest thing that stopped me from getting a job is the fact that people are discriminating, age discrimination.
Yes.
I'm 50 years old, but that shit's going to change. That shit's going to change. All that shit's going to change. They're going to get fined up their ass if they discriminate.
Well, he already said that he was going to start dropping people who are on welfare and
I'm pretty positive that
food stamp for those that can work.
Yeah.
If you can work, you don't need that. Get out and work.
That's what I want to do, but people, and that's the thing. People are like, "You're hired. You're
I'm
hired."
talking about the other guy.
People will be like, "You're hired." I'm like, "This is great," and they're like, "You're going to start in a couple of weeks. We're going to call you," and they didn't call me, and then I'm like, You guys forgot to call me? No, we'll call you back in another week. And then nothingness. And it's like, wow. There's one place I applied to 14 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I applied for every damn position there was. I applied what I felt I was, like district manager and then assistant manager. And I even went to like cashier and I got nothing. I got a letter saying we're going with another candidate. I'm like, wow, I can't even be. Am I overqualified? I can't even be a cashier.
No, they want to hire the illegals because the illegals they can pay a cheap price.
Or 18-year-olds because they just are young. So I feel this will change. But as far as Doctor Who goes, I am looking forward to the Christmas special. It's written by Stephen Moffat, so that's interesting that he's doing Doctor Who here and there again. And I hope that I like it. I'm not sure if I think the trailer is that great, but can't really expect much for Christmas specials, and hopefully I'll enjoy season 2. But we'll see. Because I'm honest on here, and I'll tell it like I see it. So hopefully, Jay, we get to talk soon. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right, bro. You have a great day. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Take care. Bye for now.